Hello guys, welcome to Pitching in Line. So in this video, we are going to talk about the third team as far as retention is concerned, and that is Punjab Kings. A lot of things going around Punjab Kings as well. KL Rahul not willing to continue with Punjab Kings for obvious reasons which you would have seen. And finally, they have zeroed on to two players, that is Mayank Agarwal and Arshdeep Singh. So they haven't retained somebody like Mohammad Shami. They haven't retained Shah Rukh Khan. They haven't retained Ravi Bishnoi. So, and I also heard that they had some negotiations with Nicholas Puran, which apparently didn't work out. So, what do you see about this strategy, man, Punjab? Don't you feel that they are back to square one again, and where they have to start with the fresh slate and build a new team again for next 3 years?
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Uh, it's brand new team because now you have picked up Mayank Agarwal, which I feel is a good choice. He's a good player, and it's even I think it even sweetens the deal for Mayank Agarwal because he's earning 14 crores.
Yeah.
So from players' point of view, I think I'm very happy for him. He's earning 14 because if he was in auction, he wouldn't have gotten that much. And Arshdeep Singh, I feel is a good choice. The kid has shown a lot of heart. He's always into the fight. But again, they don't have a captain.
Yeah.
They haven't yet announced whether Mayank Agarwal will be their captain or not. You don't have a captain. You don't have a wicket keeper. And these, I mean, that has been the problem with Punjab. This franchise has always, I think this is the team which has, for most number of times, have started rebuilding the team.
Yeah.
They have done it multiple times, and also I think one of the saddest part for them was KL Rahul didn't want to be retained. Anil Kumble has mentioned it clearly that they wanted KL Rahul in because he has been a top performer. 4 seasons, 2,500 runs. Dude, that's great. Almost 600 runs per season. That is great numbers. And KL Rahul didn't want to be in this team, so it was an issue for them. But I think they could have been smarter in retaining some other players, like for example Shah Rukh Khan, because Shah Rukh Khan has been an amazing finisher, and they didn't utilize his skills as much in Punjab, and I think he would have been really good. The only downside or the only reason why I feel Shah Rukh is not in the team is if the player has rejected it. Because I think if Shah Rukh Khan actually comes into auction, there's a very good chance that he'll get more than 4 crores.
Yeah.
There's a good chance. And what you mentioned about Bishnoi is also right. But again, this team, one advantage that they have is they have 72 crores in the purse. And I think they can go out and probably bully other teams which have purse of around 40 to 50 crores. So I think that is the only advantage that Punjab has.
So yeah, I mean that was pretty much it. Again, this is the problem which Punjab has been facing for a lot of time. You got to trust your players. You got to back your players. Support them. If you don't do that, you're not winning the championship. So so we'll
This
go
time
to
they can't build.
yeah.
Yeah, this time they couldn't do anything because KL Rahul wanted to leave. But I think this has been an issue. What you said is also right because we have always seen players coming out of Punjab. So I think they have to do something about it. Yeah, bro. So we'll move on to the next team, that is Kolkata Knight Riders. This is a team which has always retained its core players, and they came up with pretty interesting ones because Shubman Gill was the top choice in all the cricketing experts, but they didn't go with him. They went with Andrew Russell and Sunil Narayan, Venkatesh Iyer, the new kid. I think really happy news for him, and Varun Chakravarti. So, what do you make of this retention, bro, and the form?
I personally expected Shubman Gill to feature in this four retention list because Shubman Gill is somebody who has been a decent performer for them KKR. So and he's also someone who is established member of Indian team now. And I thought the time they were giving chances to Shubman Gill, the amount of chances which they were given to him, I personally thought they are seeing him as a future captain for the franchise. But suddenly, when they have released him, it kind of surprises me. But it's all I think it's also to do with someone like Venkatesh Iyer, who has grown leaps and bounds in past few months. The guy who hadn't played any match in 2020 edition wasn't a part of the 11 in the first leg of 2021. He comes into the 11 in the second half, and he just performs like this, and brings the team into that position from they were not even certain of qualifying into the top four. So I think Venkatesh Iyer deserves it. I feel little bad for Shubman Gill, but I think KKR had other ideas.
Okay, and it's 8 crores, so it's a very good
Yeah.
amount for Iyer and also for Chakravarti as well. And we have actually mentioned in our prediction video that if you pick up Narayan and Varun Chakravarti together, they'll be super effective. They'll be super effective, and that's what it has happened. And I think in that way, it is kind of smart. But let's see whether Sunil Narayan will last for 3 seasons or not. And he has become very inconsistent. He had a bad first half, but he came back really well. So you don't know about how his form is. And Varun Chakravarti, he had a great IPL, but World Cup was very disappointing. I mean, he wasn't the player what we have expected. So it will be a task. And again, Andrew Russell, the skill set that what he brings in is second to none. He's an amazing player, no doubt about it. He won 2 times MVP in the IPL. But again, he's an injury-prone player. He's very, very injury-prone. So, and they still don't have a captain. Venkatesh Iyer, I think, I can understand Venkatesh Iyer to an extent because you don't have those kind of skill set players in India. And he is doing well. He has played only 1 season. And he has done well. So very little sample size to judge him. But still, I can understand him. Yeah, I mean, if you actually watch it on paper, if you discuss it, I think they have retained the players given what are the skills that they bring into the table. You have Russell, who's a big hitter and who can bowl. Venkatesh Iyer, who's an opening batsman, goes hard and who can give you 1-2 overs. Sunil Narayan, again, an all-rounder who can be explosive with the bat and little economical with the ball, and Varun Chakravarti with his little mystery in IPL. So I think they went with the skill set more than the reputation or anything else. But yeah, even I feel Gill. I think one of the reasons probably why they didn't go with Gill is his strike rate, probably because his strike rate in T20s is only 120. And do you think KKR should have been smarter in thinking to have a captain? Because they have struggled with DK and Ian Morgan. They were consistent, but we knew there was a lot of instability. So it is one of the teams which has to aim for a captain in the auction.
Yeah, I mean that will be a headache, of course. They couldn't do much with Owen Morgan, considering his batting form. There was no question about his captaincy skills, but he was also somebody like who is a was big hitting middle order batsman. But unfortunately, his form of late hasn't been that effective. So I think that was the case why he was not retained. And now in going to the auctions, I think KKR will have a hard task in hands, to find a captain or find a candidate who can, lead the team. So let's see. There is Brendan McCullum sitting behind, so I think he will have his own ideas. So let's see how he goes.
So that's it, guys. From us, we'll watch you. We'll see you in other videos. Tata, see you. Bye.